a wonderful place to play football here. We have a fantastic public. We have an adoring public. They know the football.
Following the completion of the Premier League's owners and directors test, the club has been sold to the consortium with immediate effect.
Newcastle United is an English professional football club based in Newcastle. Founded in 1892, its home ground St James's Park. The club has been a member of the Premier League for all but 3 years in the competition's history, spending 91 seasons in top flights as of May of 2023. And have never dropped below English second-tier football since joining the Football League in 1893. Newcastle have won 4 league titles, 6 FA Cups and FA Community Shield, as well as the 1968-69 Intercity Spurs Club, the 9th highest total of trophies won by an English club. The club's most successful period was between the 1904 and 1910 when they won the FA Cup and 3 of their league titles. The last major domestic trophy was in 1955. More recently, the club has been League or FA Cup runner-ups for 4 occasions in the 1990s. Newcastle were relegated in 2009 and again in 2016. The club won promotion at the first time of action each time, returning to the Premier League as championship winners in 2010 and 2017.
Following the completion of the Premier League's owners and directors test, the club has been sold to the consortium with immediate effect.
Well, we would first of all like to thank the incredible fans. We wouldn't be here without them today. It's their club. We want to be great custodians of this club. We take our role very, very seriously, and we know that we want, I think what we don't want to be in danger of is over-promising, because I've seen a lot of people come into clubs and say we're going to do this, but really, genuinely, we want to really invest in every area of this club at every level.
On the 7th of October 2021, Newcastle were sold to Saudi consortium for £305 million. With new ownership came changes, with manager at the time Steve Bruce having managed his 1,000th game against Spurs in a 3-2 defeat, and would later on leave the club by mutual consent. And in came a new man tasked with the job of rebuilding Newcastle United in the form of former Bournemouth manager Eddie Howe. But first he would have survived relegation, with Newcastle sitting in 19th with just 5 points before his arrival on the 20th of November. But reinforcement was needed, as Bruno, Wood, Byrne and Trippier costing a combined £85 million, and Mark Target coming in on loan. Newcastle would go on to win 12 of their last 18 matches to finish 11th in the league. They were the first club to avoid relegation after losing their first 14 matches. And in the summer, they would go into the market again, with Mark Target, Nick Pope, Portman and Isak all joining the club for £117 million and finishing 4th in the 22-23 season with 19 wins, 14 draws and 5 losses to secure Champions League football for the first time in 21 years since the 02-03 season, and knocking out Manchester City from the Carabao Cup and humbling PSG in their most recent 4-1 win in their UCL group stage match. It is safe to say that Eddie Howe and his side are moving in the right direction. And with their new owners planning on rebuilding a new state-of-the-art training complex and expanding the stadium's capacity to 65,000, it is also safe to say that Newcastle United are on their way back to their glory days.
There are 77 days left of this season. That is going to go by like that. No opponent will give you the game. You have to go out and you have to earn it. Let's go to work. Come on.
Newcastle United has been sold with immediate effect.
He can hit it! What's the ambition? It's to be number one. That's the ambition. This is the biggest deal the club will have ever done.
Last year, the measure of success was to not be relegated. This year, it's slightly different.
Like, I don't know how this has happened.
Our aim has to be top four.
I was born to play Champions League.
Champions League, it's about 45 million to the bottom line.
When I went to school, I liked it.
Is that Mrs. Osborne there? I used to fancy her when I was a kid.
There is pressure on everybody to deliver.
It's a mindset. It's how strong you are.
We have been very active in the transfer market.
Everybody thinks that let's add another 20% to it and sell it to Newcastle.
I think they're bluffing.
We need to win games. We need to score goals.
Eddie Howe trying to lift his team out of a recent dip in form.
Fucking hell, lads. Fucking hell.
If they want a quick game, coming here, let's fucking give it to them. Let's blow them away with our running. Let's be intense in every action that we do. Let's make it a quick game. Let's go.